I'm hearing is you hate playing the game.
No, the game is fine and dandy. The problem is, it takes a dick long.
Problem is, it's not starting.
Well, I mean, we haven't started recording yet either, have
I
we?
have started recording. Get fucked.
Well, aren't we going to do an introduction release bit?
Nah, fuck you. We're jumping right into the news.
Oh my god. And in other news, RJ's a retard.
Yeah, that's true. I don't deny these facts.
These allegations.
How does this Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac thing make you feel?
Well, we're supposed to start off with an introduction of who we are.
This is the introduction. You can jump into who you are after this.
All right, well, I mean, when it comes down to this whole trying to reform Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, it's just another step towards deregulation, which has always been something that they want to do. Why? I don't know exactly, because the systems that have been in place since at least 2008 haven't been affecting the economy negatively. If anything, they've been impacting it positively, because we don't have loans that default as high as we once did. And the ones that do default usually have pretty valid reasons of life changes for the customers. And, it's not a terrible thing as it once was. How about you? How do you feel about the changes?
I think it's stupid and made by a bunch of retards.
Yeah, but you can't be so just that's it. I feel like
that's it.
that's how you feel. Okay.
That's just how I feel. I don't know what's wrong for me. But what gives you authority to feel any type of way about this, Daniel?
What gives me authority to feel any type of way about it? I feel like because I work in the field, I have a little bit more, or worked in the field, I feel like I have a little bit more say in it. Is that a wrong assessment?
No, I was just, giving you a slam dunk.
Oh, okay.
Easy. All right.
All right.
How was your week, Daniel? You do anything interesting?
Well, no, not really. Went to the doctor twice. One for the annual checkup, and the other one for mental health, to be able to get Vyvanse.
Now you're back on that train again.
Yeah, you would love it. I don't know why you're saying back on that train. You would love being on Vyvanse.
I probably would love it, but
Yeah, you just don't ever talk to your doctors about the things that you say you're going to do.
Listen, I do talk to them, and they're like, "Yeah, you know what? You got anxiety when I ain't giving you fucking shit for stimulants."
Oh, well, I mean, I can understand that. Like, if you don't have your anxiety in check, the stimulant might make it worse. But at the same time, you've already taken Vyvanse or Adderall with your what's the word I'm looking for there? With your anxiety, and have you had any major episodes?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So I mean, do you recall how it feels to be on Vyvanse?
No. I do remember that one time you gave me that one medicine that was fucking hell.
I think that's because it wasn't Vyvanse. It was actually Adderall, and it was a pretty high dosage.
It was fucking hell, bro.
But do you remember what you felt?
Hell.
You have to be more descriptive than that.
I don't think I have another description other than that. It was just terrible, bro.
I feel like it's been too long. I feel like you need to take it again.
Yeah, it's also been like 3 years, bro. What the fuck? I barely can remember what I ate yesterday. Probably nothing, actually.
So I say, what did you eat yesterday?
Probably nothing, knowing me.
No good. No good.
Well, you know what they say.
You can't break an omelet without making an egg.
Wait. Hold on. What?
Okay. Right, that's the old expression. You can't make an omelet without making an egg.
Oh, I think that's right. I don't know. You just said it weird. I don't like it.
That's your old thing. You're adding me.
Nah, I'm adding you, bro. It's too late.
You can only do that.
Sometimes.
Oh
yeah, because I woke up at like 1 p.m.
Yeah. They say that you yelled at for that.
For getting a burrito or waking up at 1 p.m.?
Waking up at 1 p.m.?
Oh, no. It was fun.
That's good.
Other than that, it's been hell. we have so many parts because fuck us, and we still have to work because fuck us.
We'll say, are you working today?
No, they fucking wish I was working today, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you're working today, so.
Nah, I'm staying my ass home. I got shit to do. I gotta go get Sage's medicine. Yeah, that's it.
I'll say it sounded like you had a lot more to do than one item.
I got this.
Wow.
Hey, listen, giving Sage's medicine is a whole 2-hour ordeal.
No.
Yes, it is.
No, I'm asking how.
Oh, how? Because he's a fucking asshole.
Oh, you gotta take him with you?
No, I gotta go give him the trifexis. Remember that big ass pill?
No, just put it in the back of his throat.
Yeah, it don't work. He spits that shit out.
Oh, and also Sage is RJ's dog.
No, it's not a dog. It's a cow.
Context. Well, he looks like a cow.
True, actually.
I'm not calling him fat. I'm just saying his facial structure is kind of cowish.
Listen, this is why dogs love cows.
I mean, what animal doesn't love cows?
Alligators?
You know, I don't think that they've ever had that relationship.
I think they eat them.
I meant like they've never lived together.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, I feel like they just eat them, you know?
Well, I mean, yeah, if it's a full-grown alligator with a full-grown cow, yeah, they're gonna eat them.
Because alligators are assholes.
Yeah, I mean, they have alligator. I mean, they're dinosaurs.
So are chickens. I guess chickens are assholes too.
Yeah, they were also dinosaurs. They were T-Rexes.
What was a dinosaur that's not an asshole?
The big long neck dinosaurs.
No, I'm just talking about the evolution today.
Oh, I mean, the great white shark.
Was that? I'm dying. Is that directly related to the megalodon? Is megalodon a dinosaur? I don't fucking know. It's a good question.
But sea turtles.
Who would they be related to?
I mean, sea turtles have just been around forever.
So sea turtles are just giant dinosaurs. That sounds pretty dinosaurs, Daniel.
I mean, they call me D for dinosaur.
They call you D for gay.
That doesn't even start the same.
You know, I make my own rules. I fix that in post.
This is why. This is why they got rid of the $1 McChicken.
True. It's only my fault. You know, I was doing the inflation calculator the other day. In 1970, I think it was a burger and fries from some fucking fast food place was I rounded up to 30 cents. That shit cost $2.50 today. What the fuck is this bullshit?
You know how it is.
Yeah, I do
corporate
know how it
greed
is.
and inflation.
Shrinkflation. Bro, it was the inflation calculator. It should have been $2.50 with inflation.
Yeah.
That's that greedflation.
Yeah. I feel like there might be a little bit more dynamics behind the cost.
Yeah, of course, because wages having to go up and them having to pay people more and open new locations. Well, actually, hold on. That doesn't make sense for McDonald's case in particular, because they only pay administrative costs. They don't really own a bunch of corporate locations, do they?
No, but I mean, I think the owners would also be happy with making a little bit more when it comes to
well, they don't. McDonald's doesn't pay the owners. The owners make the money, make a percentage of profit from the location. No. Oh, you're talking about the rise in prices. My bad.
Yeah. The rise in prices. Yeah. I mean, and again, a little bit of corporate greed as well with that.
I mean, that's just good old regular American greedism.
Yeah. Which, I mean, isn't inherently totally negative, but when it gets to the point that we are today, it definitely becomes what are we doing here?
We're just being broke, bro. I made $70K this year, and I feel like I'm broke as fuck. What the fuck is this?
Well, in retrospect, you also had a child.
Yeah, true. Fair enough.
And you've taken a lot of responsibilities when it comes to bills.
Too many fucking responsibilities.
I completely agree with you, but there's literally nothing you can do about it now.
I can blog about it.
I mean, and henceforth why we're here.
Here we are.
Yeah. I mean, this is a promise for 2024. He said if things didn't change, he would start this podcast, and here we are.
I thought it was if Trump won the election.
No,
Oh,
it was just a 2025 goal if things didn't get better for you. Which I guess Trump winning was also a thing that didn't
fucking
help you.
melting down that whole fucking month, my guy.
Yeah. Which now we have to see what's going to happen with all the changes.
Yeah, all these fuck changes.
I saw something on Instagram earlier in the day about how starting January 20th, Uncrustables will be banned in the United States.
It's just fucking some RFK shit.
Yeah. Which, man, that guy that does his voice, spot on.
Who, RFK's voice?
Spot on. Yeah.
Well, don't tell
That
Joe
one meme I
Rogan. He's
sent you a while
gonna, he's
ago.
gonna say it's not funny.
Who?
Joe Rogan. He doesn't think it's funny to make fun of RFK's voice.
Oh, well, we all do what we can.
Nah, fuck that. I'm making fun of everyone that I find funny. If I find it funny, I'm gonna find it funny. No apology here.
Oh, so we're going full rogue, huh?
I've been full rogue, bro. The other day, I made a joke about Elon Musk on fucking Blue Sky, by the way.
Blueski.
Because I think it was like something Melania's calling herself the second lady, and I said it would have been really funny if Elon himself not Elon, Melania said Elon explicitly was the first lady, and I got called transphobic for that.
Well, that's the problem with the left, my guy, is that even if you're making a joke
About
for
a
their
fucking
benefit,
transphobe.
yeah, you get shit on
Yeah,
immediately.
it's like, bro, what is wrong with you people?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. But the far left is the reason why the far right exists. Any extreme group will create an opposite extreme group.
I'd have to think about that one.
All right. Well, what's to think about?
I feel like there was more inklings of the far right before, like the far left progressive movement. With what's her name that ran with McCain?
No, but the far left was way before that. But no, I get what you're saying about how there was definitely a little bit of crazies going on the right and on the left. So I'm not going to specifically blame the left for starting the right extremists. I guess what I'm trying to say is extremists create other extremists. But if you look at it in the sense of like left to right, at the end of the day, it's kind of like a big circle. They're on that same spectrum where they're basically touching. They're just they're so extreme on both ends that they're pretty much the same group, and we're allowing an extremist groups to kind of dictate our whole political system and our whole economic system.
You fucking just stumbled into horseshoe theory, Daniel.
I mean, I've never looked into it, but it sounds kind of not necessarily wrong, is it?
I don't think it is. I actually think fucking leftists are incredibly racist.
I mean,
I don't like the colorism and fucking. I don't. The biggest leftist on fucking the internet, Hassan Piker, he's so incredibly racist to Polish people. He was talking about they can't use fire extinguishers and shit. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
that's not the most extreme example, but he talks about how they're just like intelligently, is that a word? It's close enough. Inferior to like other people, I guess.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, damn, bro, what the fuck? If someone said this about black people, what the fuck do you think they're gonna be saying? I think it's only
a very German take on him.
Yeah, I think it's only excused because they're white, but like that's fucked up.
I mean, that's an excellent point, RJ.
But nothing's gonna come from it. Doesn't matter.
Well, no, not at this time and age. But that's where we are when it comes to politics and being alive today. There's only so much you can do.
True. All right, Daniel, let's talk about how the prequels are the best Star Wars.
That's a crazy jump. Well, I guess not, because the prequels have
they have political undertones.
A lot of politics. Yeah, very. No, it's not undertones. They're pretty heavy-handed with the politics.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you look back at it, I know that the movies are great just because of everything that they are. But like watching them again, you definitely get a lot of political undertones. And I like that the expanded universe, being the Clone Wars, have dedicated episodes to um, the politics.
Yeah, because it's really
Um,
interesting.
yeah, I do think that the prequels by themselves, without the TV show, are great. But I think adding the additional TV shows to them make them excellent.
Do you think that's such bias of our like generation though, since we grew up on those Star Wars films?
I mean,
I was thinking about that recently.
there definitely is a nostalgic effect to it. I know that people that grew up with the original Star Wars feel that they are the best Star Wars.
Yeah, that's why I was saying. Do you think
Um,
it's just like an effect of like, hey, we grew up with this, or yeah,
Part of me wants to say yes, but I think, dang, I'm going to say because I was going to say that I believe that people do agree that the Clone Wars are pretty good. I'm sorry about that. The prequels are pretty good,
ooh, that's a
but
kind of
they did.
controversial take right there, Daniel.
I know. That's why I stopped. I was going to, and I said they really didn't like them when they first came out.
A lot of people still don't like them.
But do you think it's because they don't like the visuals?
It's not because they don't like the visuals. I don't think they like where George Lucas took the story.
Where did he take it?
Uh,
Politics?
that and expanding on like where the Force comes from and stuff, and the Chosen One stuff, and I think they consider the acting subpar, which is fine on some of the delivery, but like for like everything in like yeah, just everything in its entirety.
You
I
will
think it's you
try.
will try. No, not even that. It's just like some of Anakin's deliveries were fucking cringe. But I mean, he's
But
also like 20, so he's cringe.
don't, I don't think it's cringe. I think that's how it was written.
You think so?
Yeah,
Hmm.
because I mean, it's not like why would Anakin or why would the actor for Anakin? Why would he say you will try? It's like
Well, no, that's of
that's how
course
you.
it's written. I was talking about the delivery, how he
Yeah.
delivered it.
What other way would you say you will try?
I don't know, more menacingly.
It's kind of tough.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like a tough line to deliver in any kind of way. Like I would ask, or what's the thing? I would challenge people to find somebody to say you will try in a menacing way that doesn't sound kind of half retarded.
But yeah, I think that's the people's main. I'm probably wrong because I'm a fucking prequels fucking lover.
Yeah, same.
But people
Well, I
love
mean,
the sequels, which, but also, I guess the sequels aren't the sequels anymore. They're like the pre-sequels, right?
what about you just call them? We'll just call them the original three. How about that?
Yeah, it's fine. People still love the original three, which they're fine. I don't think they're as good as the prequels, though. But
Well, they're also older films. I think we might have a bias against older films.
probably. But like,
Says name
then
any earlier 1990s movies that you like.
Johnny Carpenter's The Thing, 1986.
No, well, that is actually a good movie.
Yeah, see, motherfucker.
Oh, okay. Name anything prior to the 80s you like.
Prior to the 80s, fuck. I don't even know what movies came out in 1970.
Exactly. We don't. Well, the Star Wars.
I'm about to Google it. I'm sure there's something in the 1970s I like.
I don't
Um,
think you watched many 1970 movies,
I might have Jaws.
and I could be wrong. Really, that's a 70s movie.
That says it's a 1970s store, 1975.
Oh wow. Well, let me ask you this: do you actually like Jaws?
It's okay.
See, it's okay. Anything else?
That's the wrong podcast. Alien.
I never saw Alien.
The Warriors. The Warriors is pretty good.
Mm.
Halloween. I'm not a
No.
giant fan of slasher, so that's probably. I know that's going to be a hot take because people love their fucking old slasher movies, but nah, I can leave.
People still love new slashers. What are you talking about?
Nah, I'm not a giant fan. Oh, the fucking Godfather, bro. Eat a dick.
Really, The Godfather was in the 70s.
1972. Godfather 1.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And Godfather too.
Really?
I don't know,
That's quite
man.
surprising. I
1970
didn't
seems like it
know.
was a bank era.
I mean, yeah, apparently. So, okay, I guess it's not a bias about the older films.
Yeah, I was gonna say we fucking
I,
love those movies.
yeah. So, I don't know. I think I don't like the whole when it comes back to the Star Wars thing, like in the original three. Um, I think the thing I don't like is because I am such a big fan of Anakin, how he not how he's portrayed in the original three, but just kind of what happens to him, you know.
Yeah,
Which
his
is
like
good that
whole
he was
arc.
able to find. Yeah, it was good that he was able to refine himself and um change back from the dark side. But I wish he hadn't have died. You know,
That's fair.
but
I
because
don't think
he
I.
ultimately
I don't think I have a.
go ahead.
I don't think I have a problem with the original three. I just think I prefer the prequels.
Oh, okay, well that's good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you when Anakin died, he was only what, maybe 40,
I don't fucking
50ish?
know. He may have been 70. All I fucking know. I can
No, because
Google
I
it real
think
quick.
from what I recall from from the prequels to the original three had only been about 20 years,
Yeah, he
and
was
Anakin was roughly
45.
20. Yeah, see, he was quite young.
Yeah, true. He looked quite old though,
Well, I mean, he did also burn up in lava.
and embraced the dark side, which makes you look like a wrinkled raisin.
Yeah, I don't understand that. How did Palpatine, you know, mask that about himself?
It's like a force illusion ability.
It is one of those things that I kind of was like, this is weird when he
Mm.
revealed his true self.
Well, let's talk about the new movies, Daniel.
I've never seen him, and I don't want to.
Why not?
Aren't they walking them back now as we speak?
Are they?
I'm pretty sure I saw on the news that they were like, oh, we're gonna redo them.
Fuck, they just came out.
Listen, cash grab,
I guess. I mean, that's what
but
that's what most of the new Star Wars stuff is. But some of it's good, like some of the series, like Kenobi, 10 out of 10.
I think though you have a bias for that show.
That show was great. Fuck you.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying I think you have a bias for that show.
No, why do I get a bias for that show?
I think you connected too much with Ben Kenobi.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. I feel like that was your person that you most connected with when watching the whole series.
And so what if it was?
So yeah, I'm not wrong. And that's okay. I'm just saying I feel like you have a little bit of a bias to it, and that's fine because I have a bias toward anything Anakin related.
Well, Anakin's a bitch. How do you feel about that?
I mean, you're not wrong. It's just he was manipulated and he fell for it.
To be fair, he
And
was like 20 again.
yes, this is also true. This is a tough thing. You can't, because you can judge somebody on your standards of growth or whatever, but is that ultimately right?
Yeah, that goes to like also like applying your modern morality to like past people, I guess is how you would phrase that.
Yeah. Even though one could say this is the future, but
It is
yeah,
a
no, I
future
get what you're
anime.
saying. Which isn't that an anime?
No, it's
So
a
what is that?
X-Men movie.
Ah, but it is animation, isn't it?
No, pretty sure it's live action.
Oh,
Um,
it's kind of a sad thing. We never really carried on our love for X-Men.
I still like the X-Men. I just what you call it. There's not much to watch. Well, we got
I mean,
X-Men '97, and that's it. I guess we got Deadpool too, but like, okay,
didn't they remake the movies like
no,
in the mid 2010s?
I don't think so. Like,
I
you talking about
distinctly
like X-Men
remember
First
watching
Class
like
and
an
stuff?
origin.
X-Men
Yeah,
Origins.
yeah.
That was an '09 film,
Oh wow.
and that was just about. I'm pretty sure that was just about like Wolverine and shit, wasn't it?
No, they had Professor and Magneto and some other people. I think Wolverine himself has had a lot of movies though,
I
different
mean, I
movies.
think he's like the most popular X-Men. Probably, arguably. Okay, I fucking lied. These guys have a lot of movies.
Yeah, why is it that they haven't had such commercial success
I think they have. I
apart from
think.
War?
Oh, I was about to quote Logan because I was like, that Logan was pretty damn good.
Well, see,
Um,
yeah, set apart.
let's see. Let's see if X-Men Apocalypse was commercially successful. It made like damn near 5 times its money, but it didn't make $1 billion, so unsuccessful.
Is that the metric you're using now? A
I
movie can only
I
be
think that's the
successful.
I think that's the metric like Disney uses.
You know why I don't like that metric though is because you can claim that a 2009 movie wasn't as popular as a 2024 movie based on amount of sales, but that doesn't take into account that the price of tickets have gone up significantly since
Well, that and like
2009.
movies can be good even if they're not like theatrically successful.
It's also true. There's plenty of movies that flopped in the movie theaters.
I mean, horror movies usually, not usually, sometimes flop because they don't usually get close to $1 billion, but they fucking make their money back. They pay like 30 million and fucking make like 300 million on that shit.
Well, that's because nobody really. I mean, not a lot of people actually like horror movies. No one likes to be scared.
Listen, enough people to get them 10 times the money.
No, I get that, but I guess ultimately, when it comes to horror films, you're. I feel like if you like horror films, it's because you're trying to relive trauma or something. You know.
That sounds hella gay, my guy.
I don't know. That's another maybe not educated take that I have.
I feel like it's just like adrenaline junkie bullshit.
This is true too.
We need more Magneto
Okay, how do
movies.
you think so?
Yeah. Well,
What
probably not
what
right
about
now.
what's that one guy? Um, dang. I think it's from the Spider-Man universe.
The Green
He looks
Goblin.
really super. No, no, he's like his outfit's black and he looks like he's really like a villain, but he doesn't seem to be villainous.
Talking about
Something about his
Venom.
wife being killed. Not Venom.
Black suit. What the fuck? Who the hell are
Yeah,
you talking about?
he's got like it looks like it's got horns on it.
Rhino?
No, 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 no. Definitely not him. I can't remember, so I'll
It's
have
not
to look it
Venom,
up.
is it?
It's not Venom, bro. I'm telling you, it's not Venom. I know it's not him.
I'm just gonna fucking look up Spider-Man villains, motherfucker.
I
Let's
think
see.
I'll do that as well.
It's not Electro. It's not Scorpion.
No,
Definitely not Craven the Hunter. There's no way you're talking about
Vulture.
Sandman.
No, he might not even be part of Spider-Man.
Yeah, you're just fucking over here fucking having a stroke.
I might be. I'll have to find it. I'll have to find some of his stuff again. I've definitely sent it to the group, but it's been a long time since I've seen some of his stuff be popular on the gram.
Nah, bro. I used to have a fucking. Speaking of Spider-Man, I used to have so many comic books. I think I had a Spider-Man issue 1, bro. Back in the day.
Yeah, and it's all gone.
Yeah, I got fucking flooded.
The Great Flood of Chicago.
Yeah, it was a big issue in my neighborhood, actually. They like this fucking city had to end up fucking paying to redo everyone's basement and shit.
I mean, the city probably ended up doing something that um, caused that, you know?
Probably. They also got sued, so they can eat a dick.
Gotta get sued.
You play any good
All
games
right, I
recently,
do.
Daniel? Oh, what up?
I have not played a singular game since. When was the last time we played anything?
What the fuck did we play last?
It had to be Minecraft.
Yeah, probably. What happened to that, Daniel? Oh, I was just busy all the time, and Jose never invited you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Plus, I'm also not a huge fan of the craft.
Damn, what the fuck?
You know this. You know that my thing is like it's cool to build something, but that's about it.
That's it. We're gonna go play Divinity. I gotta rage at you now.
I mean,
I gotta rage at you now.
I bet you love Divinity. And you love when I accidentally hit you with the attacks.
Go hit the fucking ground instead of the boss.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Beat your ass, Daniel.
And it's not my fault they don't auto lock into the bad guys.
I think it was
Okay,
your fault.
how is that not a feoture that they
Why
just
would
if
you
you
expect that to happen?
Because it happens with everything else.
Well, not this game.
See, it's the game's fault for not telling us you gotta do that.
I think you're just being gamist right here. Gamist. That's the thing now. I'm making it a thing. You know, you can be anything.
Well, that's the way TikTok's being.
Good.
And you're the cause of it.
Yeah, I am. I actually sued to get it banned. By the way,
Much money did you call?
$0. What do I think about the TikTok ban? It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
You don't feel negative. You don't feel that the migration over to the Chinese Red Note app is bad.
I think that's going to be really short lived.
You think so?
Yeah.
So what will people do?
You go to fucking Facebook or Instagram Reels and fucking or YouTube Shorts.
There's a lot of people that fight back on that, saying that while it's the same idea, it's just not the same community.
Well, they're gonna learn, aren't they? What, they're just gonna go to the
Yeah.
Chinese social media just because it's Chinese? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, but I don't know what I don't know what they're talking about.
That's literally what Red Note is, bro.
Yeah, I
heard
know
about
it's
it?
a red note. It's like a fucking Chinese social media, but like, what? It's not TikTok.
Yeah.
And like, what's gonna happen if that gets banned? You're just gonna go find another fucking Chinese social media? Like, something stupid.
I think that's what they're looking like they're doing.
And that's the definition of insanity, my guy.
But here's my question, though, RJ. How much of that is natural growth into Red Note, and how much of it is
It's
possibly
just spite driven. They're gonna
no.
Red Note's gonna retain like 1% of those people, maybe 10.
Well, what I was gonna say was, is any of it though also them paying people to come over or to make the videos about them coming over and whatnot?
Oh, definitely.
You think there is some of that?
Yeah, I don't. It's hard for me to trust any type of creators since that fucking Russia paying a bunch of content creators shit came out, and then fucking the DOJ identifying like 40,000 other people being paid by foreign actors. Like, what the fuck?
Actually, elaborate into that because I don't know too much about that story.
So I guess I'll use just Tim Pool as an example. You don't know who that is, but he's like he calls himself a centrist, but he's a fucking right wing grifter. So he spreads a bunch of like right wing conspiracies and shit, and it's like, oh, and just asking questions, and you know, good old right wing bullshit. And he was being paid by Russia. He's supposedly an independent journalist, but didn't know he was getting paid fucking like fuck. How much was it? It was like $500,000 an episode.
Really, that much?
Yeah, for like an hour and a half long. Maybe it's longer than that, but I don't watch Tim Pool. But like $500,000, he didn't ask questions about that. Like, you're supposed to be an investigative journalist. What the fuck?
I feel like that number might be wrong. I feel like it might be that's what he accumulated.
No, he accumulated millions. I can look it up.
Well, we're gonna have to.
I can look it up. Tim Pool get paid by Russia. My bad. It was $400,000 a month.
I mean, that's not too bad.
That's a lot.
What was he? What did the Russians want for him to say?
According to him, nothing. But I don't believe that for a second. You don't pay $100,000 per episode for to say nothing, right?
That's true.
I think he was just.
What do you think?
I think he was promoting pro-Russian sentiment and anti-Ukraine sentiment and pushing things to more divide the American people on like fucking social issues that actually no one fucking cares about.
Huh. Well, I can see that.
Which I'm tired of social issues. No one fucking cares about them.
Come on, RJ. We want universal health care.
Yeah, but no one cares about universal health care. That's the problem. Like they say that, but they don't like conceptualize how that's going to happen. They don't know. They just say the words. They don't have a plan.
Well, it's tough to have a plan with that because it's something you just don't know, you know?
I mean, sure, but like that, you got to have a plan. You can't just say, I want this. It's like, well, how are you going to do it? It's like, I just want it. Like, what do you do? What the fuck?
Well, I mean, it's tough though because the average person doesn't know how to do that and can't do it. You know, it's it's a political thing when it comes back down to it,
I mean,
doesn't it?
I'm not asking them to have all the nuances and shit. Just like, how the fuck are they going to implement it? Are they going to make Medicaid for all, Medicare for all? Like, what are we doing? Is it going to be run by the
I mean, what?
states still? Is it going to be administered by the federal government?
Well, I mean, RJ, what's your thoughts on it?
What's
How
my
should it be run?
How should it be run? I have no idea. I'd have to ask a subject matter expert on that.
But you have a little bit of subject matter when it comes to it. You've been in the healthcare field,
I'm definitely not an expert though.
especially.
I think we should probably keep the
No.
nonprofit services though, like CareSource. I think that's how it should be administered.
You think it should be administered to a third party company that's administering it?
Yeah, like a third party nonprofit like CareSource.
I didn't know they were nonprofit.
Yeah, they're a nonprofit company. Pretty cool. I don't know about the other
What is
two in
this?
Indiana. I don't know if they're nonprofit.
What are the other two? Do you
I
remember?
just fucking doxed us for it.
Oh,
I think it's
I guess. Similar.
Anthem.
No, they're
And
definitely not for.
they're definitely for prop. Let me just Medicaid providers. So I remember it's CareSource. I'm pretty sure it was like Anthem or a subsidiary of Anthem.
Yeah.
It might have been like United Health or something.
Ooh. That sounds actually right. Like from what I recall from having different variations of Medicaid in the past, I remember United Healthcare and the Blue Cross and Shields being one of them.
Yeah, it looks like I'm pretty sure I'm right, but I don't know if they're still the only three. That was fucking 6 years ago, man.
Quite interesting, actually, that it's been that long. It doesn't definitely feel like it's been 6 years since you were working in the healthcare field.
I didn't mind that work. I just the regulations were kind of shit and made me feel bad half the day. I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting this life-saving surgery, but you guys denied my prior authorization that my doctor submitted 16 times. I was like, fuck, man, what the fuck am I supposed to do about this?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was also. I also felt bad sometimes like that when it came down to people losing their homes. It was like, yeah, there's nothing you can do. You're gonna lose your house, so you better start preparing to find another home.
Yeah, it's just
rental, whatever.
Customer service is fuck sometimes, bro.
It definitely is, and I don't think people couldn't think about that whenever they're. Well, obviously, you're not going to think about the agent working whenever they're telling you you're going to lose your house.
Yeah, of course, you're fucking.
You do.
Well, those of course. I don't expect them to like come in with a modicum of like not dignity, not respect either. What am I thinking? What word am I thinking of?
I thought you were thinking of decency.
No, because
I don't think it's
I wouldn't
that
say
either.
they're not acting decent. Just I don't think it's personalized towards that customer service representative. It's more personalized, not personalized at all, actually, to the corporation you represent. You're just listening. You're just there.
Yeah, you're just a shill getting shit on.
I mean, and the only thing you can do is try your best. Like, am I going to get sued for this? I'm not going to say that.
Wait, were you saying that yourself?
Yeah, I was talking to myself there. I was going to say some shit, but I don't know if I'd get sued for that, so I'm not going to say shit.
All right. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying though. It definitely isn't. It shouldn't be something that you take personally, but
it's hard not to take personally. You're the one there they're talking to. They're asking you for help.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Yeah, you just literally can't do anything about it. You just like, yeah, I'm the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger, but
you're gonna get shot.
Sometimes you feel like you do. Yeah. Get hit with this is Sparta.
Sometimes miss customer service, but most of the time I do not. I just miss the office, I think.
Mister, I don't like being in the office. Mister, I want to work remote.
I do want to work remote. I just miss the office environment with no one there. Only COVID office for me. That's my peak office. I could just fucking dick around and walk everywhere.
Yeah, you did work in the office with nobody there.
Shit was lit. Shelby was there sometimes.
I don't know. It was kind of depressing when I also did that. Same company actually. When I did that, like my floor was completely empty, and I just was like, "Yeah, I'm here."
Well, I think there was like 6 people on my floor anytime I was there.
No, for me on my side of the floor, there was literally nobody for the whole side of the building.
You ever thought getting into like lost mid?
Like for underwriting and stuff?
Yeah, or just whatever. I don't know. Not like customer service, but
Uh,
like loss mitigation paperwork people.
I tried.
I've tried too,
Very
but
tough to get it.
yeah, apparently very fucking tough to get into. Like, what the, what is that?
Yeah, I don't know because like I mean I've been well no I've never went into loss mitigation apart from the call center.
I mean, I was
It's
halfway
very
in.
difficult.
I was kind of in loss mitigation sometimes, depending on the status of the loan.
Yeah, but like I don't know why it's well. I will also say that we've lost a lot of our mortgage field here in Indy.
Oh yeah, fucking shit's wild actually. But like, I guess remote jobs are fucking stupid impossible to fucking get at the moment.
Yeah,
I
because
say
I
that,
mean
but
everybody
people
wants
can.
a remote job.
I say that, but people can get them. It's just I don't know. I feel like we're unlucky with that shit.
I think it's because do you believe that the resumes are really that important?
Um, yes and no. It depends on the company. I think. I think the most important thing is networking. If you know someone, you're almost guaranteed to get the job. Like
That's kind of true.
even if you have a really shit interview.
Yeah, I can vouch for that because I once had an interview that went terribly, and I got hired, and the guy told me specifically he hired me because the person that vouched for me said he was a good worker.
Yeah, like yeah, if you network well, you can probably get anywhere in life. But like resumes, if you're like just cold applying, depends if the company is using AI and shit. It depends how the HR person like hires people. It depends on like a multitude of things. I believe
You know,
that's all intuition. I have no fucking
but
idea. I've never worked in HR.
this is also true. I was going to ask you how goes your applying for different jobs?
I've gotten zero interviews.
What happened, by the way? You had a spike there in interviews, and then your callbacks went down.
I think it was just end of year hiring bullshit.
But what about now? New year starting. You think they're still waiting a little bit?
You're probably waiting for Q2.
Isn't that the big problem, right? Every year around this time, you get basically 6 months of no hiring.
Because I mean, that's what happened when I got on hired on Freedom. Remember, fucking I applied for what 2 years, and then they hired me in like Q4.
Oh no, they hired you because
Oh yeah, networking. Ha ha ha.
yeah, just like because I
And
was
they
like, hey,
fired.
hire this guy.
And then they fired 90% of the team.
I mean, hey, your work ethic was good enough for them to be like, you know what, this guy he can stay.
Not good enough for them to do it the second time.
Because I thought, wait a minute, pause. I thought you were a full time Freedom employee, right? At one point,
Yeah, at that point.
yeah. But you got let go because they wanted to cut costs.
True.
It wasn't so much that you know, it wasn't so much that you weren't doing good work. It was that the department needed to cut costs because the whole company needed to cut costs.
Even at the like
Ultimately
record
leading,
years.
yeah, ultimately leading to them even selling that building that we were at.
It's actually crazy.
Yeah, they no longer own that building. The a construction company bought that whole building and is renovating it currently.
That's crazy, actually.
Yeah, and they've moved their operations here in Indy to an office space that's being rented out, and they've definitely minimized it. So the
Why do you,
job market here in Indy is becoming less for the mortgage industry.
why do you think the mortgage industry is cutting costs when they like made billions of dollars and still probably making billions of dollars in servicing?
Um, some of it is because they aren't they're not getting not getting much revenue from originations. I can attest to that because, as you know, I've tried being a loan officer 3 or 4 times, and I failed 3 or 4 times. So um, there's just not enough money in originating loans at the moment. So
But aren't
they're
oh sorry,
heavily relying.
my bad. But aren't
Go ahead.
mortgage servicers bread and butter just like banking on the interest?
Yes. Well, no, not the interest, because ultimately they don't even own the loans. Remember,
Go on.
their bread and butter is if you have a servicing department, your bread and butter is going to be servicing the loan. So taking the payment, mailing out the statements and everything like that, because the loans are owned by Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, which is what we touched on initially. They're the owners of all those loans, and well, as long as they're FHA. Usually, a mortgage house will only own a couple $1 million worth of loans that they can't sell to VA, FHA, USDA. They're conventional loans that don't meet the requirements to be sold off to particular investors. So they won't own a whole lot of mortgage loans. So they don't rely on interest. They heavily rely on origination fees. So whenever you create a new loan, you have to pay, you know, X amount of money towards the company that makes the loan, and then you get a lot of money from servicing the loan. So those are your big areas where you get money as a mortgage company.
So with Freedom Mortgage,
Mhm.
they got money from servicing the loan?
Correct.
Okay. Who pays them? Just to cut they
Who pays it?
they just take it out of the payment or what?
So that's a little bit more of a technicality on that, and I have talked to somebody that kind of knows a little bit about that at Freedom Mortgage. From what they told me, they don't actually they don't physically take a cut of the cash that gets submitted for payment. They will send all of that money to the investor. Like I said, whether that be Fannie Mae, FHA, USDA, conventional loans, they'll send all that money to them because Freedom Mortgage will get paid beforehand on the contract to service the loan. So they don't even keep any of that money. They process it and they send it out.
It's interesting.
So they get upfront payment for the payments they will receive. And as you can see, why that becomes a problem if somebody starts to default.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's very the mortgage industry is very complicated on the back end side of it, and it kind of feels a little